we're going to sit in a squat for 5 minutes. Move around in it as much as you like. If you cannot sit into a deep squat, there's a couple of options. If you haven't got any equipment, then just try a couple of books. But if I elevate my heels on top of something, that is probably going to make that position feel a lot more comfortable if I'm limited in range of motion in my ankles, hips, or tension into my thoracic. So elevate the heels, use any kit you might have, or maybe something like a slant board, dumbbells, or just books at home. Once you're sat in your squat, just have a bit of time moving around into the ankles, having a bit of a wiggle, seeing how that feels. And we're going to add in some movement into our squat. Therefore, you might have started with your feet on the ground and then feel as we start to move, you need to elevate your heels, that's fine. Let's start with some spine flexion. For this one, in that squat position, hands come out in front, we're going to tuck the chin, allow the spine to round, reach forward, and come up. It doesn't have to be a big movement, just go to where you can. It might just simply be tucking the chin, rounding to here, and then coming up. If you can't reach forward, that's fine. Move in and out for a few more reps. The next one is going to be rotation. One hand reaches out in front, the other arm reaches up and back. And if reaching the arm back feels too much, then think about drawing the elbow back, rotating, allowing the chest to lead, and move in and out. Alternate side to side. From there, we're going to move into lateral flexion. So again, maybe you keep your heels up on that platform or try it sitting in a full squat. Either way, we're now just going to take one hand out to the side and reach the other up and over as far as you can. You can put some weight into this back hand for a bit of support as you move. Really expand through the ribs. Feel that really great stretch all the way into the lower back, through the lats, into the shoulders. And then from there, back into your squat. We're going to work into the ankles a little bit more from our squat. So again, there can be an elevation under the heels. You might just raise up, lower down. We can use the hands out in front, and all we'll do from here is take the knees to the ground, keeping the toes hooked, stretching the toe extensors, then gripping into the ground and pulling back into your squat and just moving in and out. If this is too much to keep it dynamic, then just go into a kneeling position, spend a bit of time here, and then spend a bit of time in your squat position. Go for one more. And then finally, what we're going to look at is a bit of hip rotation. If this feels too much from a squat, sit on your bum, have your feet wide, hands can be behind you, and just rock, opening up the hips side to side. If you're in your squat, you can have a go at taking one knee down and just alternating, even going all the way down to one side and all the way back up. If that's too much, stay in your squat position, move side to side, try and keep your bum on the floor. That will help you get a better stretch into that back hip as it internally rotates without just letting your bum lift up, and compensate. And then from there, bring yourself back into your squat, Elbows inside the legs, think about pressing and opening into the hips. You can bring palms together as you do it. You can bring knuckles together. Just a few reps. And then rest, shake out. Little 5-minute squat sequence. Hope you managed to stay in your squat throughout most of that. But remember, use those little tools to help with things such as elevating the heels, just so that you can get used to being in that position for a longer period of time than maybe at the moment with your feet flat on the ground, or maybe they can't go flat on the ground at the minute. So use those props to assist. Spend more time in that squat, build more strength, and improve that flexibility.